Thank you very much. Good evening, Gambians, members of the Diplomatic and Consular Corps, and all residents domiciled in the Gambia. The press release is dated today, the 4th of May, 2022, and is captioned Appointment of New Cabinet. The public is hereby informed that His Excellency Adam Barrow, President of the Republic of the Gambia, acting under Section 70, subsection 5A, and Section 71, subsection 4B of the Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia, hereby relieves Her Excellency, the Vice President, and all ministers in the Cabinet from their positions with immediate effect. His Excellency, the President, thanks them for their service to the nation and wishes them the best in their future endeavors. The public is further informed that His Excellency, President Adam Barrow, President of the Republic of the Gambia, acting under Section 70, subsection 3, and Section 71, subsection 3 of the Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia, is pleased to make the following appointments to his cabinet with effect from Wednesday, 4th of May, 2022. 1. Vice President, Mr. Aliu Badara Diouf. 2. Attorney General and Minister of Justice, Mr. Dauda A. Jallow. 3. Minister of Foreign Affairs, International Cooperation, and Gambians Abroad, Dr. Mamadou Tanga. 4. Minister of Finance and Economic Affairs, Mr. Sidi Keda. 5. Minister of Defense, Mr. Sirin Modu Njai. 6. Minister of Interior, Mr. Siaka Sonko. 7. Minister of Tourism and Culture, Mr. Hamad Ngai Kumba Ba. 8. Minister of Lands, Regional Government and Religious Affairs, Mr. Abba Sani. 9. Minister of Agriculture, Dr. Demba Sabali. 10. Minister of Transport, Works and Infrastructure, Mr. Ibrahima Silla. 11. Minister of Health, Dr. Amadou Lamin Samate. 12. Minister of Basic and Secondary Education, Mrs. Claudiana Cole. 13. Minister of Gender, Children and Social Welfare, Mrs. Fatou Kinte. 14. Minister of Petroleum and Energy, Mr. Abdoulaye Diop. 15. Minister of Fisheries and Water Resources, Mr. Musa S. Dran. 16. Minister of Higher Education, Research, Science and Technology, Professor Pierre Gomez. 17. Minister of Environment, Climate Change and Natural Resources, Mrs. Rohi John Manjan. 18. Minister of Youth and Sports, Mr. Bagari Ban. Honorable Sidi Keda will continue to oversee the Ministry of Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment until the formalization of the appointment of the new minister designate or of the minister designate. His Excellency, the President, acting under Section 71, subsection 1 of the Constitution, has created a new ministerial portfolio in charge of the public service, administrative reform, policy coordination and delivery. The new Minister of the Public Service, Administrative Reform, Policy Coordination and Delivery will have general oversight over the public service and shall work towards the formulation of policy geared towards institutionalizing a culture of discipline, excellence, and accountability in the public service. Furthermore, the new minister shall continuously review the inner workings of the administrative machinery of the government and make proposals for reform to reduce inefficiency and increase output. Finally, the minister shall be charged with developing frameworks for monitoring the implementation of government policy and for ensuring effective communication and horizontal coordination between ministries. Accordingly, and acting under Section 71, subsection 3 of the Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia, His Excellency the President is pleased to appoint Mr. Babukar Usman Diouf. It's also Babukar Usmaila or Babukar Usman Diouf. There's a typo, sorry. As Minister in charge of the public service, administrative reform, policy coordination and delivery with effect from the 4th of May 2022. In light of the new changes, His Excellency the President hereby makes the following administrative changes to the public service and the Office of the President. 1. With effect from the 4th of May 2022, the Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service shall be the titular head of the Personal Management Office with the sole mandate of supervising the civil service and answerable to the Minister. His Excellency the President is pleased to appoint Mrs. Salimata E. Toure as Secretary General and Head of the Civil Service in accordance with Section 168, subsection 1 of the Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia, 1997. 2. Furthermore, The role of the Secretary General as Administrative Head of the Civil Service or as Head of the Office of the President shall be taken over by a Chief of Staff who shall be appointed by the President. His Excellency the President is therefore pleased to appoint Mr. Mod KCC as Chief of Staff. All correspondences for the President shall henceforth be addressed to the Chief of Staff. Furthermore, His Excellency the President has decided to decouple the Ministry of Information and Communication Infrastructure, commonly known as MOICI, into two separate ministries, namely, one, Ministry of Information, two, and the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy. The existing departments and their manpower under the old MOICI will now stand as sector-specific departments. In this regard, one, the Department of Information Services will now serve as the technical arm of the government charged with the implementation of policy initiatives and visibility, public relations, and access to information under the new Ministry Information and Public Program. Two, the Directorate of Information and Communications Technology, ICT, under the old MOICI, will be transformed into a standalone department under the new Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy, with the primary objective of increasing internet access and driving digital innovation geared towards unlocking new pathways for rapid economic growth, innovation, job creation, and technological advancement. These department structures are already existing under the old MOICI with the necessary manpower and under separate budgetary headings or budget headings. Accordingly, and acting under Section 71, subsection 3 of the Constitution of the Republic of the Gambia, His Excellency President Barrow is pleased to appoint Mr. Lavin Queen Jammeh as Minister of Information. Honorable Ibrahima Silla will continue to oversee the new Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy until the formalization of the appointment of the Minister designate. Signed for Secretary General Ibrahima Silla, Cabinet Secretary, dated this 4th day of May 2022. End of broadcast. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Spokesperson. And well, we've seen certain changes.